Hi, welcome to Women at Woodstock Talk. I'm Ann Voorhees Baker, the founder of Women at Woodstock, and I have a really interesting woman with me today, Beth Tiger, who is the author of Rising from the Ashes of Divorce. She's a very take-action kind of woman who has accomplished an incredible amount, not just in her adult life, but especially in the last year, and not without her challenges. So you've spent your whole life working with women, and women in challenging situations. It sounds like women undergoing transition. And how has that affected you over the years? Has your outlook changed?
Well, I think what's amazing is the resilience when people think they're never going to make it through, and when they come together as a community of women. What I have seen has been the most transformative experience for most women is when they realize they're no longer isolated, whether it's in a marriage or even in a parenting situation. As I deal predominantly with mature women who are transitioning to this next phase of their life, whether it's a divorce or it's children leaving, the house, they're thinking what's next for them. And they're resilient, they come together in community, and it's incredible to see these new, valuable, incredible dynamic relationships that women are forming. They are the women that are changing the world. They're the women that are going off to these regions of the world and creating schools for children, fighting trafficking. So I think that's been the most incredible thing for me to see, is the power that we are as the mature woman.
And that's part of what you're going to be talking about and addressing in the Take Action, Make It Happen workshop at Women at Woodstock this year, where you're on the panel there. I'd be interested to hear, kind of what you'll be sharing there, as far as it sounds to me the basic message, which is if you want to take action, you want to make things happen in your life, you want to make a change, there are steps you can take, there are methods you can follow, but a huge component of that is the community of women with which you surround yourself.
One of the things I was recently discussing with a friend of mine, we were talking about the idea that, as we get older, we realize our time is limited. It doesn't mean that, doesn't mean it's limited to years, but it could be limited to decades. But why would we waste our time with people that aren't, pro us? So we become much more mindful. So what I will be discussing are different steps that women can take to just create a life for them that's aligned with their values and what inspires them at the age that they are now, at the point where they are right now, so that they're excited about what's before them. Another big component is service. When we dwell so much on ourselves, it can become very daunting and very disappointing. We look at our wrinkles, we're not 20 anymore, but when we look outside of ourselves, it changes our whole perspective. It can be really miraculous.
And that's great, because that is, you would normally expect a Take Action workshop to be, maybe about creating a vision board and schedule and steps and all of that, which is part of the practical stuff that we will cover. But that big picture, and especially the component of reaching out to others, being of service to others, is an interesting kind of twist that isn't normally lumped into that category. And it'll be interesting to see how the discussions follow when we're in that workshop and you're bringing that up with everyone.
I think that people should do a vision board, and you and I talked about that. I think that that's an amazing tool when women are thinking about what's next for them, because oftentimes what they put on the board and what they think they love are two very different things. So it's a great way for us to mine our values and figure out what we're excited about and passionate about. But then the next steps, it's not about just having the board, it's setting achievable short-term and then long-term goals for ourselves.
Do you know I've never done a vision board? So that's one of my goals for October, is that I'll learn how to do that. Because
it's great.
I'm doing a lot of things I want to do, but I'm not having the balance in my life that I want to have. So I expect that if I do a vision board under the guidance of someone like you, I'll get a clearer picture of that whole pattern in my life. And so I can't wait to do that.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I don't know why I haven't done it.
I am co-facilitating another retreat called The Heroine's Journey. It is being led by author and activist Kathleen McGowan. She is the New York Times bestselling author of The Expected One and The Source of Miracles. And the heroine's journey is about inspiring women to, again, create a life or a journey that is aligned with who they are right now. You know, we're doing some classes like today is your someday. You know, the whole idea that we go, well, someday I'll do this and someday I'll do that. So we have a woman that's giving a class on that. We have the answer is yes. So what's your question?
And that's very similar to what our main theme is at Women at Woodstock, which is now is the time to declare your new major in life.
I love it.
Yeah, time of transition, more freedom than you had before, probably. Possibly more money than you had, certainly more wisdom than you had. And it's such a great opportunity. It almost feels like when you turned 18 and went to college. And, you know, basically what we're saying is don't let this pass you by. Give some conscious thought to what you're doing and surround yourself with other women who are in the same mind frame and who are going to be supportive and positive elements of your life and also possibly offer direct assistance. You know, somebody may know somebody, and those kinds of connections have been coming out of our retreats every time. So it sounds very similar. I'm really intrigued by it.
Having attended, you know, your event last fall and being involved in this event this September and your event in October, I think that it's really a great compliment, and I'm so excited to not only be teaching at your event, but attending. I mean, I walked away with so much information last fall. I hired a business coach that really, you know, put a flame under my, you know, butt and got me going, and I met her there. You know, I just took away so much from last year that it feels like a gift to be kind of part of the collaborative team of women speaking, but also attending this fall.
Well, that's very nice to hear. I love that because I have kept in touch with a whole lot of women from the event last year, and it's amazing to me how many women have made big strides in their life this year. And I won't say it's all exactly because of Women at Woodstock or what happened that very weekend, but I certainly think it's a product of the frame of mind they determined that they would have, even in making the decision to come to Women at Woodstock. And books have been completed. A couple of women have made major changes in the way that they're running their businesses, and they're now doing what they want to do and achieving a lot more success. One woman actually went through a successful negotiation to start a radio program that she'd always wanted to do, and she used some things that she learned and thought about at Women at Woodstock, and it came out very well for her. So it is like it's not like a conference where you take notes and have a binder and then go home and have business cards on your desk that you feel bad about not doing anything with. It's like foments a rebellion in your own life in a way. And it has a lasting effect, and I'm sure your event will too. So. Well, thanks so much for your time today. I know that you're crazy busy when you're 3 weeks out from. For me too. And I will see you in about a month at Women at Woodstock.
I know. I can't believe it. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Take care.